Welcome. This is not a program about motivation. It's a reminder. A reminder that every moment carries a decision. You don't need permission. You don't need perfect conditions. You need clarity. You need courage. And most of all, you need presence. Because this moment is the only place change ever begins. Welcome to Your Moment Starts Now with Tony Zotti.
Your life is not by chance. It is a structure. Everything in your life is being built. The only question is, are you the architect? Hello, my friends. Welcome to Season 2. I'm truly grateful you're here with me. Today's message is spiritual architecture. We begin the season by building a strong foundation by setting our spiritual architecture. Let me ask you something. If everything in your life shook tomorrow, what would still be standing? And this is not about if it happens, it's about when. No one is immune from storms. The question is not avoidance, it is preparation. When we are ready, we may still feel the wind, but we will know what to do. First and foremost, our foundation must be solid. With a strong foundation, the structure can endure. Let me give you an example. There's a passage that has guided my life for many years. It speaks of two men building two houses, one built on rock, one built on sand. The storm hit both, only one stood. The difference wasn't the storm, it was the foundation. And this comes from Matthew chapter 7, verse 24 to 27. The difference isn't whether storms come, it's what the house is built on. That is spiritual architecture. You don't avoid storms, you prepare for them. You don't control the wind, you control the foundation. Storms show up in many forms, often when you least expect them. When I reflect on storms I've lived through, many were shocking. You're left wondering what just happened. Panic sets in. You don't know what to do first. And many times we make decisions that seems right in the moment, but leave us in despair. Let me give you a practical example. I lived in Florida for many years. Hurricanes are common there. Every hurricane season, the media reminds us to prepare. We stock water, we buy food, we board up our homes to protect the windows. With hurricanes, we usually have time to prepare. But one time, we prepared for a major storm and decided to drive north to escape it. Guess what? The hurricane followed us. We still ended up in it. You cannot run from storms. They will come. You must be ready to face them. When I think of a great architect in the history of the world, one name comes to mind. King Solomon, one of the wisest king. This is what gave him the power to build temples and his own spiritual architecture. He wrote these immortal words in Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5 to 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. Now, with this foundation in place, here are the three pillars. Pillar 1, identity. Here's the foundation question. Who am I when no one is watching? Pause there for a moment. This determines everything. Am I the same person in private as I am in public? Does my behavior reflect what I claim to believe? Do my words lift people up or tear them down? Most people don't lack desire, they lack structure. We cannot live randomly and expect stability. Otherwise, we become leaves tossed by the winds of life. Identity is your rock. Pillar 2, discipline. What do you do consistently, not emotionally? This is not easy. It takes courage and determination. Discipline is not achieved by setting unattainable goals. It is achieved by taking one step in the right direction and repeating it until it becomes part of who you are. Emotions rise and fall like waves. How many times in one day do your emotion change? You can go from joyful to discouraged in a single moment. If we live only by emotion, we will never have stability. When the alarm rings and you hit the snooze button, when you say, I'll start tomorrow, when weeks go by and nothing changes. That is emotional leading. Here's the truth I had to face. It's not what we say we will do that changes our life, it's the lifestyle we commit to. Diets don't transform you, lifestyle does. Small steps, repeated daily until discipline becomes identity. Pillar 3, alignment. Does your daily life reflect what you say you value? This cannot be achieved by following the crowd. That road leads to emptiness. We must establish non negotiable values. Values we do not bend when pressure comes. That is when your foundation becomes visible. Storms will still come, danger will still exist, emotions will still rise and fall, but you will stand and you will experience something deeper than happiness. Happiness depends on circumstances, joy does not. Joy sustains you in both good and bad times. Joy is strength in the storm. My dear friends, here's your task this week. Identify one area where you've been building without a foundation. Write it down. Decide what the structure should look like. Not 10 actions, just one. Foundations are quiet. No one applauds them. But without them, nothing stands. And remember, it all comes alive the moment you say, It's up to me. I want to invite you to our next episode next week. This time, we will look at purpose matters. Thank you for sharing this moment with me. If something you heard today stayed with you, don't rush past it. Sit with it. Let it work in you. If this episode helped you in any way, I invite you to like and subscribe. Share it with someone that will benefit from this. And may we continue walking this path together. I'm Tony Zari, and remember, no one else can live this moment for you because your moment doesn't start tomorrow. Your moment starts now.